This is a sample lesson of a Teform master course at Smile Nihongo Academy. Learn more about the course at smilenihongo.com/te. We are going to learn all about Japanese Teform in this course. But what is Teform? Teform is one conjugation form that is used to create various expressions in Japanese. Let me show you some examples. When you make an expression, please eat, in English, you leave the verb eat as is and simply add please before that, right? This is English. If you want to make the same expression in Japanese, now you need to use the te form. The verb eat is 食べる in Japanese, but it's the plain form of the verb. So we need to change that into the te form, which is 食べて, 食べて, and add ください after that. So please eat in Japanese is 食べてください. 食べてください. Keep in mind that it's not 食べるください. So this 食べて is the te form of the verb eat. Let me show you another example. If you want to say you may eat or it's okay that you eat, now you need to change the verb to the te form and then add もいいです. So, you may eat in Japanese is 食べてもいいです. 食べてもいいです. If you want to say the opposite, you may not eat. Now you add はダメです to the te form and then say 食べてはダメです. 食べてはダメです. If you want to say I am eating right now, then you add います to the te form and then say 食べています. 食べています. Like this, te form can create so many different expressions depending on the phrase that you add to it. This is what I meant by that te form is used to create various expressions. It is crucial that you know how to make te form so that you can understand and also make expressions in Japanese as you like. And that's what we are going to learn in this course. Okay, before we jump into how to make te form, let me walk you through the 5 important things that you need to know about Japanese te form. Point number 1. The final letter of te form is either te or de. Some te forms have te at the end, like 食べて, and the other have de as in 読んで. It all depends on the verb, and we are going to learn how to come up with the correct te form in the next lesson. Point number 2. As we just discussed, te form is combined with a phrase and create an expression. As you already know, you may eat is 食べてもいいです. I am eating or somebody's eating right now is 食べています. If you want to make a polite request, would you please eat? Then you say 食べてくれますか? There are so many more expressions that take te form like this, and we are going to cover many of them in this course. Point number 3. Te form is also used to list multiple actions, meaning you mention more than one action in one sentence. For example, let's say you want to say something like this. I wake up at 6, do yoga, eat breakfast, and go to work. In English, You can just list all the verbs as they are in one sequence like this, right? In Japanese, you have to change them into te form, except for the final verb that ends the sentence. So it's going to be like this. 私は6時に起きて、ヨガをして、朝ごはんを食べて、仕事に行きます。Like this, out of the 4 verbs in the sentence, you change the first 3 into te forms and end your sentence with the mas form. Point number 4. Te form doesn't have any tense. It's completely neutral. It can be future tense, present tense, or past tense. It's all determined by the end of the sentence. For example, take a look at this sentence. It ends with 行きます, right? It means this sentence is in the present tense. Since mas form can also indicate future tense depending on the context, if you have the time expression like tomorrow in the sentence, then of course, all the verbs are going to be in the future tense. But for now, let's put them back to the present tense. Now, take a look at this second sentence. You have all the same te forms as in the first sentence, but the ending is different. Now you have the verb in the past tense, went, 行きました. Can you guess what these te forms mean in the second sentence? Right. Because of the verb 行きました at the end, now this entire sentence is in the past tense. So here the te form 起きて means woke up, not wake up. して means did. And 食べて means ate. Like this, te form doesn't have any tense. It is entirely influenced by the main verb that comes at the end of the sentence. Point number 5. In the same manner, te form doesn't specify any speech style. It can be used in the formal or informal speech. Again, what matters is how you end the sentence. In this sentence, you have 行きます at the end. Mas form indicates formal speech, so you are saying this sentence in the formal style. In the second sentence, let's say you have the plain form of the verb go, which is 行く at the end. Ending a sentence with a plain verb means you are using the informal speech. Like this, even though the te forms in these two sentences are completely identical, the first sentence is formal speech, and the second sentence is informal speech because of the endings. So these are the 5 things that you need to keep in mind when you use your te form. From here, you are going to learn how to make te form and learn many expressions that you need to use te form, such as, can I call you later? Would you give me your email address? Please change this to Japanese yen. And I am married or I am not married, I am single in Japanese. You are also going to do some exercises to improve your pronunciation in the course. Join me in the te form master course and you are going to learn all about te form. Go to smilenihongo.com/te to learn more about the course.